The one and only Isaac Nagel, as your Bobcats are about to take on the Bruins from Blacksburg. We're just under 5 minutes to go for the tip-off. Again, thank you for tuning in on the Bobcat Sports Live Network and the NFHS Network. Bobcats coming off a victory last night. I was unable to be here for the varsity contest. Sad I missed it. Colton Gardner-Rollins hit 3 threes in the first minute and a half of the contest. I believe they were the first 3 buckets of the game. I think they were the first 3 buckets shot in the game as well for the Bobcats. So he's coming off a big-time performance. Ashton Taylor coming off a hamstring injury, may not play today. He did not play last night. He looks limpy, but he just put up a shot there. So we got word he may play today. I don't think he's in the starting lineup. I could be wrong with that. But that's where we are with Ashton Taylor. He did not play last night. Need him as the season goes on. The Blacksburg Bruins beat the JV Bobcats pretty handily. I think we're going to see a little bit different contest today. But the Bruins going to shoot some threes well. Bobcats have to play good defense. Isaac, what did you see last night that the Bobcats can roll over here and coming away with another victory?
Yeah, last night we were talking about who might pick up the scoring with Ashton Taylor out. Immediately it was Gardner-Rollins, and then he kind of handed the baton to Jaden Hendricks, and then Jaden Hendricks handed it to Blake Farmer, who got some big points last night. I believe all 3, well, not quite in double digits. Gardner-Rollins only was at 9 after those 3 threes. He was quiet the rest of the game. But the other 2 players both in double digits. So it'll be interesting to see. The past 2 games, Luke Woodard has been pretty quiet. You think maybe he explodes for some tonight. Sincere Taylor can score, Mekhi Martin. So it's going to take a group effort if, in fact, Ashton Taylor can't play.
A group effort indeed. But if Ashton Taylor can't play, you really need – I need Luke Woodard to have at least 12 points. I hate to say it. I'll say it since no one else will right now. Luke Woodard has to start scoring the basketball more. He's good on defense. He rebounds well. He handles the ball well. But he has to be a prominent figure for the Bobcats if they're going to win ball games and go far in the playoffs. Ashton Taylor, we know what he gives you. He can give you 12 to 16 points a night. He can score from anywhere. Bobcats have guys that can shoot threes. Like you said, Colton Gardner-Rollins, Sincere Taylor. Blake Farmer can come off the bench and shoot threes. Mekhi Martin can shoot threes as well. Bobcats don't have a big post presence as they attack the basket a lot, but it's more like hustle. So the Bobcats really, really need Luke Woodard to step up here offensively.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Luke's one of the few Bobcats who can be inside and outside. You know, a lot of 3 shooters, but those other 3 shooters don't really play around the rim. Luke can. He's got some nice moves around the rim. He plays with aggression this year, maybe now more than ever. But you'd like to see him turn up some of that tonight, so we'll see if he can get it going.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to give him a call to action here. If someone's listening and can hear me, just go ahead and tell him I said I need him to step up tonight. I'm expecting big numbers. Like you said, Bobcats coming off a late game last night, coming in here this afternoon. I talked to some people. A lot of people love these Saturday, midday extravaganzas here. I don't know what you really call them, but it's a pretty full gym here to an extent, and I'm excited. I think everyone's liking the action here. Bobcats have to come with a victory. You got to get off hot. The Bruins, I watched this Bruins team in warm-ups here. Xavier Price looking like he's going to try to lead the team here for the Bruins. I expect him to come out, and I expect him to shoot well from 3. I'm looking at number 3, Josh Boyan. Did I say that right?
Yeah, the coach said be in.
Be in.
Be in.
Be in. I'm expecting him to shoot
wrong,
threes.
We apologize.
No, I bet he's right. But they're going to shoot threes tonight, and they're going to try to attack off the dribble. And the Bobcats have to be ready for it. They have to knock some threes down of their own if they're going to stay in this contest. And, the JV had a lot of size. In fact, the JV had more size than the varsity does right now. So I think that plays into the Bobcats' hand a little bit. If you're about the same size matchup, I'd expect the Bobcats to be able to attack offensively. They can't settle for shots. So a lot of teams are letting the Bobcats shoot threes, and they can shoot threes well, but they're pretty inconsistent. So if they're on, they're on. If they're off, they're off. And they have to be consistent tonight. They got to shoot the 3-ball well.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. This Blacksburg team only 3-9 on the year according to Max Preps, but got a big win over rival Christiansburg last night. So both teams playing last night. We'll see if they've got the legs today to last.
As we are getting ready to go to your national anthem, we will be right back here on Bobcat Sports Live. And we're back here, folks. Quiet gymnasium as we're getting ready to go over your starting lineups for both teams.
With the introduction of our starting lineups.
Isaac Nagel is going to bring you the starting lineups for both teams.
Yeah, that's right. Blacksburg a little bit late getting their information in, so we're going to tell you live as they come in. So for Blacksburg, we have number 0, Pee-wee Disler. We have number 1, Xavier Price. We have number 3, Josh Bien. We have number 11, Will Farrell. And last but not least, number 25, Matthew Linkus.
The Bruins are coached by head coach Doug Day. Assisted by Ronald
Doug Day, your coach for the Blacksburg Bruins. Grew up looking at all those Doug Day basketball camps. Meanwhile.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Looking at them, not going. I was not quite good enough to warrant the amount of money it would have cost for me to go to a Doug Day.
Oh, really?
But now for us. Now for the Radford Bobcats. Let's see who we got there. I can tell you who they are on the bench. I can go ahead and see them. You've got number 0, Colton Gardner-Rollins, with those 3 big threes last night. We'll see if he can duplicate that effort today. We're going to have number 10, Jaden Hendricks. We're going to have number 1, Sincere Taylor. We're going to have number 20, Corian Ferguson. And we're going to have number 5, Luke Woodard. Now, most notably not in that lineup is Ashton Taylor. Again, he is dressed tonight. He has the warm-ups off, which last night he was on the bench with his warm-ups on the whole night. So we're going to see if he gets to play tonight, but at least he's not starting. So we're going to see who picks up the offense for us right away.
Yeah, you got to kind of, weigh your options here if you're going to put him in the contest and maybe he injures himself greater as the season goes on. You're really going to need Ashton Taylor. But maybe it's a game he can get in midway through the game and kind of work that out and help you out a little bit. If it's a close contest, maybe you put him in for a couple minutes, put him on a clock, a little bit of a minute, threshold there, see if he can get in the game. Again, Blacksburg Bruins in these all black, like new age Duke style black uniforms. That's the way I look at it. That's what I see. And the Radford Bobcats in your classic all white uniforms, jumping for your Bobcats. Number 10, Jaden Hendricks, and number 11, Will Farrell for the Blacksburg Bruins. Speaking of basketball games, Tennessee Volunteers in a big-time rivalry game right now. Tennessee versus Vanderbilt in the worst gymnasium in college basketball.
We're going to have some updates on that game, too, maybe as Blacksburg wins the tip.
Number 3 is Josh Bien, bringing the ball down the floor. Gets it off to Price. Price gets it off to Bien. Blocked by Colton Gardner-Rollins. Showing up last night on the offensive end and now the defensive end for the Bobcats. Colton Gardner-Rollins from 3. Quick shot. No good. Rebounded strong by the Bruins. Colton Gardner-Rollins feeling good. I kind of wish he had settled into that shot a little bit.
Yeah, you're exactly right. It kind of seems like they wanted to draw that up to start just how we did last night. This time it doesn't go for him. We'll see if he can make some more. Meanwhile, number 11, Will Farrell with a 3. Misses it.
Tipped
Bobcats
around.
are going to get it. Jaden Hendricks is going to wind up with the rebound.
Hendricks looking to go up to Corian Ferguson, inserted into the starting lineup here for Ashton Taylor. Corian Ferguson slashing through the lane here. Hendricks with it. Gives it over Sincere Taylor in the corner. Looking to go to Woodard on the block. He's being guarded by number 25, Matthew Linkus. Woodard backing down Linkus. Jump drive. Shot. Fade away. Jumper is good, and that's exactly what you talked about in the pregame. Luke Woodard, known for his threes, but has good post presence. He backed his man down, fadeaway jumper, and it's good. First points for the Bobcats.
Yeah, well done, Luke. Will Farrell, meanwhile, has it for the Bruins. Guarded by Jaden Hendricks. Good defense by Hendricks. Gets it around, can't see who it is. Got to ref it away, and it's number 25, Matthew Linkus. Oh, almost has the 5 seconds. Gets it back to Farrell. Farrell over to Bien. Bien thinks about taking the 3.
I thought Bien was going to pull it right there.
I did too. Gets over to 0, Pee-wee Disler. Pee-wee with a drive. Gonna back over.
Charge!
Wow. Back over Jaden Hendricks. Hendricks goes to the ground hard, and again, that's a game of charges. I feel like all 4 games that we've called in the past 24 hours, charges have played prominently. Jaden Hendricks takes a charge, so it will be a foul. That was on number 0, Pee-wee Disler, for the first foul of the ball game. Hendricks going to see if he can get the Bobcats on the board again. He's backing down. He dumps it off to Corian Ferguson. Corian gets it in. Oh, but he gets it tipped around. Ends up going to Taylor anyway. Sincere Taylor around to Colton Gardner-Rollins. Into Jaden Hendricks. Great pass. Great pass by Gardner-Rollins, and Hendricks makes the most of it, gets 2.
Bobcats here looking good, leading 4-0 over the Bruins here. They're looking to attack as well. Price with it, gets it up to Linkus on the right side of the floor. Linkus hands it off. Pee Wee with it at the top, being guarded by Colton Gardner-Rollins. Handoff pass here to the Bruins. Dribbling is Bien now at the high post. Bien shot is up, no good. Tipped out by Price, but it goes to, Colton Gardner-Rollins, who has it at the top. Sincere Taylor gets it now, being guarded by Bien. Into the corner is Colton Gardner-Rollins to Woodard at the top, being guarded by Price. Woodard attacking the high post, gives out to Taylor. Taylor from three. Bang! Nothing but the bottom of the net. Sincere Taylor puts the Bobcats up 7-0. And Bruins going to take a quick timeout. 5:16 to go in the first. Bruins take their first time out.
Yeah, we wondered where that offense was going to come from. Right off the bat, it's going to come from 3 different players, all making nice shots. It started with Luke Woodard backing it down on his opponent, making a nice step back 2. Then it goes to Jaden Hendricks with a nice pass from Colton Gardner-Rollins. Hendricks, athletic play to get the bucket, and then out to Sincere Taylor to hit the 3. So it's exciting when you have a team that can score from a lot of different places. Blacksburg, not bad shots from Blacksburg. They've had a couple of open looks, just haven't been able to capitalize. They want to take a second, talk about it, and see what they come out with. Meanwhile, the Bobcats are going to make no substitutions as they come out from this timeout. Only 2 minutes and 44 seconds into the game, so no need to, but both teams going to return with their full starting lineups.
Bobcats known for going deep to their bench early, and like you said, no substitutions. I think Ashton Taylor gives you a little bit able to bring in certain players at certain times as the Bobcats defense causes the Bruins to turn it over here. As the Bruins are talking to the official, wanting a tip there. I didn't see one.
I didn't see one either. Dissler was convinced of it, but refs are going to call it for Bobcats ball. Great defense by the Bobcats either way, even if it would have been staying with the Bruins.
Sincere Taylor handoff pass to Woodard. Colton Gardner-Rollins at the top of the key, looking to go down low. They're setting the screen. Sincere Taylor, no, they give it to Hendricks in the post. Hendricks puts up a shot. He's going to be fouled on the take, and he'll go to the line.
Yeah, Hendricks, good take. If you remember 2 games ago when we played, Hendricks had a foul in the first 30 seconds of each quarter that he was on the bench most of the time. Came back and still got 9 points in the fourth quarter of that game. But tonight we're going to want to see him stay out of foul trouble because he is so important to this team. He's going to take the first of 2 as the gym gets incredibly quiet and hits it. Becomes the 3rd point for Hendricks. By the way, that foul was on number 25, Matthew Linkus, for the Bruins. That was interesting. Hendricks looked over at the ref right before he shot it and then looked back. I wonder if he was looking, but he missed it, and rebound's going to go to the Bruins. So 8-0 lead right now for the Bobcats. Makai Martin and Demarie Brown looking like they're going to check in. Gets it down to Will Farrell. Good play for the Bruins. That's Will Farrell dumping it down. Sorry, that's Pee Wee Dissler dumping it down to Will Farrell, who got the basket.
Will Farrell slashing that backside, and a lot of teams like to do it, and you don't really get it as much. But good play there by the Bruins. Draw the Bobcats out, and they left that back door wide open. Makai Martin, by the way, and Demarie Brown going to the table for the Bobcats. Colton Gardner-Rollins with it, gives it off to Woodard on the left side in front of the Bruins bench. Corian Ferguson setting the screen for Woodard. Hendricks attacking the high post, gets it off to Woodard. Woodard from 3. Bang!
Wow.
Woodard from 3. That's what the Bobcats need. They need him to make the shots. He now has 5.
That's exactly right. Michael Davis called for 12 from him. He's already got 5 in the first half, and this is an encouraging thing for your Bobcats. We've got Ashton Taylor about to check in the game. Meanwhile, Pee Wee Dissler takes it to the basket, can't quite get it. Luke Woodard's going to get the ball with his team up 9. It's 11-2, mishandles, but no, he gets it back. He gets it out to Sincere Taylor.
Sincere Taylor going to set it up for the Bobcats. Gives it over to Hendricks, to Corian Ferguson. Hendricks at the high post, gets it tipped away. It's going to go back to Hendricks here. Sincere Taylor calling for it. Needs to give it up. He does. Woodard now drawing the defender out. Sincere Taylor one-on-one with Bion. Bion. It's a double dribble is going to be called on Sincere Taylor.
Yeah, good defense by BN making that happen. Just about everybody's going to check out. Let's see. Checking into the game is Makai Martin, Ashton Taylor, number 2, Blake Farmer, Demarie Brown. Sincere Taylor is going to be the only starter that's going to remain on the court. Bobcats up 11-2, 3:19 left in the first.
Ashton Taylor checking in. I think this is a good time for him. You're up 9 points here. You know, we're going to see what he can give, as he does look a little slow off the hand. He got beat off the dribble right there by, I believe, number 11, Will Farrell. So he has 4 points for the Bruins as the Bobcats lead 11-4. Ashton Taylor over to Farmer on the left side. Ashton Taylor at the high post now. Gets it to Makai Martin at the top of the key. Martin looking to go to Ashton. Ashton still looks kind of gimpy on that leg right now, if I'm being honest with you. Bobcats Brown with it on the right side of the floor. Gets tipped. He gets it back, and a foul is going to be called on the floor. Bruins wanted a double dribble.
Yeah, it's going to be called on number 12, Aiden Grafsky. You know, I'm interested in how this is going to play out with Taylor. It's interesting, up 11-2 that you put him in. Maybe a game that it certainly isn't out of hand, but while you've got a 9-point lead, maybe you let him rest, and if the game gets close, you put him back in.
Well, I'm not sure. You know, it could be a good time to get minutes for him. Makai Martin slashes, and as Makai Martin gets that one to go, good attack by Martin. So 4 players for your Bobcats now have points as a foul and an and one on the other end. Ashton Taylor, he has to be careful here, as I believe Hendricks is coming to the table. He's going to check in here, and he does check in for Ashton. So they're trying to get Ashton some game minutes. He's definitely limpy on that leg, though, for sure.
Yeah, he is. They're going to call Farmer for that foul. Maybe Coach just wanted to see a little bit how Ashton played and then put him back out. Meanwhile, Pee Wee Disler drove it all the way down so quickly during that last play, but then Xavier Price got the rebound. He did get the basket. The free throw is no good. Bruins get the rebound. They're going to get it out to Will Farrell for the 3. That's long. Xavier Price going to get the rebound to Farrell again. Going to get it into Bien. Bien's going to kick it out to number 12.
Should have took the shot.
Yeah, he had a moment. He hesitated, but then Jaden Hendricks is going to knock it away, but then the Bruins recover. Pee Wee Disler going to drive it all the way down again. Leaves it light.
Blocked by the rim.
In front of the rim. Yeah, he looked like he could have dunked that. He can get up a little bit, but didn't get it that time. Bobcats with the rebound.
Makai Martin with it in front of the Bruins bench. Sincere Taylor gets it over to Farmer on the right side at the elbow. Makai Martin now on the left elbow, attacking the paint. Gets it out to Sincere Taylor. Almost threw it out of bounds. Farmer with it. Farmer from 3. In! I thought it was going to be short. Farmer said, no, sir, Bob. Knock it in. Bobcats 16-6. 3 players for the Bobcats now with a 3-pointer.
Yeah, that was incredible. Makai Martin left it a little bit high for Sincere Taylor, who was able to get it, and as he launched it back, it was almost the only pass he can make. He got it way across the court to Farmer.
It was going to be a jump ball there.
Yeah, meanwhile, on the other end, the Bruins tried to drive it in. It's going to be a foul on, let's see, who's that going to be on? Didn't see who it was called.
I think it was on number 12, Demarai Brown.
Foul on Brown. Lots of Bobcats going to come in right now.
Woodard coming in. Colton Garner-Rollins coming in.
Taylor back in the game.
Wow, interesting. Hey.
Maybe got a 30-second break now. He's back in. Your lead is 16-6 for the Bobcats. 1:28 to go in the first quarter. Big first quarter offensively for the Bobcats. Bruins trying to pass it around. You got Bien at the top of the key. He beats Makai Martin. Can't find space. Xavier Price now going to take his turn on Ashton Taylor. Got it into Will Farrell for the basket, but no, it's going to be called a foul on the floor before that basket.
Yeah, and if I'm the Bruins here, I hate to say this, as Hendricks checks out, Corian Ferguson coming in, I'd take Ashton Taylor off the dribble right now. I mean, it's been twice that he has been, and twice he's been beat. He just doesn't seem 100% right now, as Bien has it. Attacking is the Bruins as a foul on the shot here, so it's going to be 2 foul shots for number 11, Will Farrell.
Yeah, good call by the ref on the foul. Slight push in the back. It's going to be Colton Garner-Rollins first, but the 4th on the Bobcats with 1:05 left. Will Farrell with already 4 points tonight, looking to add to that. First is no good off the front of the rim. Hits to the right. Sincere Taylor's going to check in for Colton Garner-Rollins.
In case you were wondering, Tennessee update. Tennessee up 19-11 on the Vanderbilt Commodores.
Look at that. In the worst gym in the country.
It's the worst. It's the worst.
I need to go look at some pictures of this. Meanwhile, Farrell does hit the second. 5 points in the night for Farrell.
It reminds me of Glenver High School. It's so bad.
I don't even think I've been in that gym.
Bobcats with it. Luke Woodard on the right elbow. Gets up to Makai Martin, top of the key, over to Sincere Taylor. Being guarded by Josh Bien. Ashton Taylor at the high post. It got tipped around by the Bruins, but he corrals it over to Woodard, being guarded by Price. Woodard picks up his dribble in the corner, needs help. Gets it to Ashton Taylor. Now Makai Martin setting it up for the Bobcats here on the right side of the floor. Looking for the screen from Taylor. He rolls over to Corian Ferguson at the top. Handoff pass to Luke Woodard. Woodard trying to create some space here on Price. Screen set by Ferguson. 2 men on him, so Corian was open, but Price hit the body there, the bump. It's going to be a foul. That's the 4 fouls apiece, but that's the first foul for Price.
Yeah, in fact, on both teams, 4 fouls apiece, all of them. I guess I should say no player has 2 fouls. So fouls
That's good.
sprinkled around for everybody.
You get a foul. You get a foul. Oprah
Yeah.
Winfrey gives the fouls.
Equal opportunity foulers.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, 17 seconds left. Bobcats looking like they're going to hold for the last shot. 15 seconds. Sincere Taylor has it. Looking his opponent dead in the eye. That was interesting. Sincere Taylor taking it. He's got 7 seconds left, trying to find the open man. He does. He finds Woodard a little bit far from 3, but it's an air ball. A little bit of a rush shot. He had to. Time was ticking off. It's 1.4 seconds left as the ball gets hit off a foot out of bounds. Bruins are going to have it with 1.4. Going to look to launch it. And they do. Wow, nice little play for the Bruins. They got it all the way down court. Ball bounces twice. A 3 is shot, but nowhere near the rim. It's going to be a 16-7 first quarter lead for the Radford Bobcats.
We will be right back with your second quarter. Michael Davis, Isaac Nagel, Bobcat Sports Live. And we're back. Bobcats leading 16-7 here over the Bruins from Blacksburg. 16 points. 5 players for Bobcats are on the score sheet right now. Leading is Woodard for the Bobcats with 5. Woodard in the post, turnaround jumper, no good. Just left it short, lost a shoe, and he throws his shoe. He's going to need it. I guess when play stops, we'll get it back, but transition, the shoe's in the middle of the paint, and because the Bobcats have it and it causes a obstruction, we're going to stop play and let him put his shoe on.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive.
He said he can't get it on.
Yeah, he's going to have to tie it.
He's going to have to
says,
try
go ahead
it.
and give me a sub. I don't know if he can get a sub. Let's see if it's legal. He's going to
Yeah, he can.
Jam his foot in.
If he can't get it, he has 1 minute, and they'll give him a sub.
Yeah, Gardner Rollins is going to come in. Yeah, he just panicked and threw it, and then Sincere Taylor luckily got the turnover, or got the stop for the Bobcats, who turned it back around to give him time to get that shoe.
That's the second shoe today that's come off during
That's
play.
right. And then gum on the floor? What is happening?
I don't know. It's a Saturday for sure.
It really is. Things are just a little bit wonky.
Setting the screen for Corian Ferguson in the corner, Colton Garner-Rollins. They had the wall built. He just missed a shot. Good look there by the Bobcats.
Yeah, it was. It nearly went in, but couldn't get it. Meanwhile, Blacksburg is going to come down. Number 11, Will Farrell passes it off to 12, over to number 1, Xavier Price. Number 12, is Aiden Grafsky. Farrell gets it, but Colton Garner-Rollins is going to get the steal. He's got a defender on him. Let's see. Oh, he can't quite corral it, and it's going to go off the backboard. It's going to go back to Will Farrell.
Yeah, Colton Garner-Rollins, a young player. He's shown big reasons why he deserved extra minutes here for the Bobcats and just couldn't get it, and that's a little bit of young players. The Bruins turn it over. I would have picked it up because now the Bobcats get to inbound underneath the basket. If you're the Bruins, you have to stop that ball because then you get it at the top here. But now the Bobcats essentially can get a free look at the basket.
Yeah, it's a really, really good point. And they do. They get it right to Hendricks, right under the basket. He kicks it out to Corian Ferguson for 3. Can't get it to go. Meanwhile, Will Farrell gets the rebound.
Yeah, I would have really liked to seen that extra pass to Makai Martin as the Bruins turn it over again. Tried to go down low to number 12, Aiden Grafsky, as Makai Martin from 3. No good. Gets it to Corian Ferguson off the rebound. Sincere Taylor has it. Over to Hendricks on the right side of the floor to Sincere Taylor, being guarded by Josh. Josh getting the set screen by Hendricks. Sincere Taylor over to Corian Ferguson on the right side. Handoff pass to Makai Martin, who's in the corner here. trying to go down low to Hendricks. They get it to him. 3 defenders on him now. But some Bobcats open. Corian Ferguson with it. Since they're looking for the ball right now, they finally get it to Taylor. Colton Gardner-Rollins. Now pass it down low to Hendricks again. Hendricks goes right through the contact, gets it to go, and he'll go to the line.
Yeah, he will. Jaden Hendricks really good at that in-air adjustment. He's got the athleticism to get a big jump and then takes a second, looks around, gets his bearings, and then up and in. A chance for a 3-point play. Will Farrell, meanwhile, is the 5th Bruin to get a foul, but none of them have 2. Meanwhile, Mekhi Martin going to head to the bench. Luke Woodard's going to come back in, as well as Blake Farmer. Corian Ferguson's going to take a seat.
Yeah, with Woodard, Sincere, and Hendricks now on the floor for the Bobcats, alongside Colton Gardner-Rollins and Farmer. Farmer giving you an extra 3-point shooter. So Bobcats have pretty much anyone on the floor right now can shoot threes at any point. So it'll be an interesting strategy. They kind of are left a little small in the post, but they can shoot threes, and the Bobcats get a turnover here, leading 19-7. Colton Gardner-Rollins to Woodard. Woodard taking Price off the dribble to Sincere Taylor. Sincere Taylor from 3, no good. Rush a shot, a little bit long. I wish he stepped in a little bit. He left it a little short. And here come the Bruins trying to get something going on offense. Number 5, West. I thought he was going to pull the 3. He decides to give it up. Price now with it, looking to give it away. Got away with a slight toe drag. And the Bruins. Bobcats defense is really stifling right now as they get it down low to Price. West calling for it. Gets it over to Gransky. Attacking are the Bruins. Shot is up. No good. Rebound goes to the Bruins.
Yeah, absolutely incredible defense. Lots of adjustments as the Bobcats get a turnover. That's Luke Woodard with the steal. He's going to try and take it all the way himself.
Travel.
In between lots of people, and is going to get called for the travel.
Thought there was a lot of contact there. I think if he had went a little more controlled, I think he could have got a block there. But I guess he did travel, though.
Yeah, he did.
Definitely did. But
would love to get a shout-out. I'd love to see this Aiden Grafsky, Blacksburg Bruin, helps up Luke Woodard off the ground. That's just something for me. I know that's like – I'm a pretty competitive person, but when I see somebody on the other team help somebody up, it just makes me like that player. So Aiden Grafsky, good for you. Checking in for the Bruins, Owen West, number 5, seeing, I believe, his first action tonight. As Grafsky heads to the bench. Maybe the coach didn't like seeing him help up another player. I sure like it.
No, I don't think that's what it was.
Maybe. Meanwhile, Bien looks to get a 3, does not get it. Blake Farmer's going to get
another shoe is gone.
Shoes everywhere. This time a Blacksburg Bruin is going to be a
He can't play with the shoe in his hand, by the way.
He also just threw the shoe, same as Woodard.
Yeah.
This time it's the Bobcats ball.
Attack him off the dribble. Attack him off the dribble. He can't guard you.
He can't. He's going to get his shoe stepped on. Woodard does.
Just missed the shot, though.
My goodness. Now play is going to stop again so the Bruin can get his shoe back. Wow. What
3 shoes tonight.
Meanwhile, we haven't gotten to see this. Number 23 looks over at me, Johnny Joyce. He loved that. So did I. That was a good play, Johnny Joyce.
What?
Johnny gives me a nod. Just the whole chaos of that moment. Meanwhile, the score update, it's 19-7. 4:20 left in the second.
Tennessee update. Vanderbilt, unfortunately, getting back in this. It was 19-11, now 17-23.
Yeah, they heard your
Commodore
insult.
to the
They
line.
said, our gym might be ugly.
It's terrible.
We've got to fight back. We can't
The
let
gym's
that stand.
backwards. The players and coaches are on the end lines, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah, like
that's really weird.
It's bad.
Seems like that could be an easy fix. Meanwhile, Blacksburg gets a 3 off, but can't get it. Blake Farmer, another rebound. He's played some big minutes tonight, 2 rebounds. He had the tip that led to a steal earlier. And Demarie Brown's going to have it inside for the Bobcats, out to Farmer. Farmer's going to take a 3 and
bang!
Come on, Blake.
Blake with the second 3 of the contest puts the Bobcats up 22-7. Bobcats have now made 4 threes tonight, 3 players from behind the arc.
Yeah, incredible. Blake Farmer with 6.
Colton Gardner-Rollins gets a steal, takes it coast to coast, puts it up, and it's good through the contact. Colton Gardner-Rollins gets on the board, and the Bruins going to take a timeout. Good run there, 24-7.
Yeah, this is an incredible start to the game for the Bobcats. I didn't know what would happen after JV was a pretty heavily favored Bruins game. I thought maybe the varsity could be the same. Instead, Bobcats jump out on offense. Crazy 24-7 run.
Yeah, it's a 8-0 run here in this to start the second period, and I thought the Bruins had some chances to get some points on the board. They just missed opportunities. It was 16-7 to start the second period, and now Bobcats are up 24-7. Bobcats have to take it to the Bruins right now. I'm looking for a 50 burger tonight.
Yeah, it could
I
be.
want it.
It's possible because you got 6 different Bobcats that have scored. You wondered again, with Ashton Taylor being a little bit gimpy, as we said, would somebody else step up? He actually has not scored tonight, although he has gotten into the game. 6 different Bobcats have gotten on the board. Colton Garner-Rollins for 2, Sincere Taylor for 3, Blake Farmer now with 6, Mekhi Martin with 2, Luke Woodard still at 5, and Jaden Hendricks with 6. Warning bells sounding, both teams still in the huddles.
We need like a water sponsorship. That would be nice, like a body armor.
If you want the tail end of Fitz's, there's a lot of backwash in there. But
no, I'm just saying. Right now we're sponsored by concession stands.
Yeah, that's exactly right. They've been very kind to us. Lots of hookups for us.
I just get thirsty. Get so thirsty. Bobcats leading again, 24-7. 3.5 to go. Setting a trap at the top. Bruins break it, but stolen by Colton Garner-Rollins. 2 steals in a row. Farmer with it, leaks out. Woodard calling for it, but they get it to Sincere Taylor. Sincere Taylor dribbling at the top, gets it up to Colton Garner-Rollins at the top of the key. I've been hearing some things about the playlist. I don't know if that's good or bad. I got a comment here on YouTube.
Wait, on our playlist or on the?
No, on the announcer. We'll have to let me know if it's good or bad. But Woodard at the top here gives it over to Colton Garner-Rollins. Has 2 points tonight, but really good defensively. Missed a couple threes already in this contest. Woodard backing his man down. Spin, dribble drive, fadeaway jumper. No good. He's made 2 of those prior. As a foul, I believe, is going to be called on the rebound. It's going to be called on White, number 2, Blake Farmer. Blake Farmer doesn't get a lot of fouls called, especially in the post.
Yeah, he doesn't. That's a little bit interesting. And meanwhile,
Mekhi Martin's going to come in for him.
Blake Farmer wanted to say Mekhi.
He's like, no.
Demarie Brown also heading to the bench. Into the game is Corian Ferguson. Chinks, you owe me a soda.
Make it a Sprite. Oh, okay, so it was good music.
Okay, good.
I was like, I wasn't even paying attention to what was being played, but when you said Run DMC, I was like, there's no way that's a negative comment.
Indeed it wasn't. Meanwhile, Pee Wee Disler gets the ball in. Great shot by him.
Bruins cannot find the bottom of the rim tonight. 24-7, 2:20 to go in the half. Colton Garner-Rollins with it at the top of the key. Corian Ferguson waiting for it. He's going to clash up to the high post, setting the screen. Mekhi Martin with it in the corner. Mid-range jumper, no good. Rebounded, kicks to Gardner-Rollins. It's going to be tipped around a little bit. Bodies on the floor. Bruins come away with it. And here comes number 5, West. West bringing the ball down the floor. He's looking to give it up, and that causes a turnover. He was looking to make a pass, and no one was there to help him, and he was being defended, I believe, by Corian Ferguson. I could be wrong about that, though.
No, I believe you were right. That was good defense, good, I guess, adjustments. Lots of times that Bruins have had a slight opening. Bobcats just immediately adjust and shut the door. Meanwhile, Sincere Taylor taking it down for the Bobcats. They get it to Luke Woodard. Wow, what a play.
Too hard.
Get it to go. Corian Ferguson, though, with the rebound out to Colton Garner-Rollins.
Bobcats have run that play for a very long time. Used to run it to the Jones brothers and even Blake over there on the coaching staff now. They would dunk it, and that was a beautiful backdoor cut by Woodard. In fact, Bruins had a field goal off the backdoor cut. Mekhi Martin from 3, no good. Rebounded by the Bruins.
Yeah, the Bobcats are keeping you guessing. They're designing plays for lots of different players taking shots with no hesitation. It's been fun to see. Again, still 24-7 Bobcats.
Well, like you said, Ashton Taylor's injured. We got to have more productivity from other guys. So this is good as Colton Garner-Rollins gets his 3rd steal, and he's tripped going into the lane. I believe that's his 3rd steal. It's at least his 3rd this period. I know that for sure. And they've all been at the top. Bruins trying to throw the ball to the top of the key. And he's been still and crashing in the passing lane.
Yeah, he has. It's been fun to see different players develop over the course of the season. You got lots of options now, lots of players in and out for the Bobcats. Meanwhile, Sincere Taylor thought about that 3. Am I right that the Bruins have yet to score this quarter? There's a minute left in the second.
Yeah, they have not scored this quarter. It was 16-7 at the beginning of the end of the first period. 24-7, your Bobcats lead. Inside out, shot is up by Colton Garner-Rollins. Could not make a 3 tonight. He went 3 for 3 to start the game. Big time rebound. Jaden Hendricks through the contact. 2 Bruins on him. He puts it back up and in. Jaden Hendricks now with 6 points for the Bobcats of the 26.
Yes, and Sincere Taylor picked up his leg just now, limping a little bit, but he's going to stay in the game. He looks to be okay. Maybe he just got a toe stepped on or something, but Jaden Hendricks playing big down low. 20
seconds for the Bruins, getting trapped up here in front of the Bobcat Sports Live table, and a foul's going to be called on Colton Gardner-Rollins. I thought he got his 4th steal of the period. 16 seconds to go, going to give the Bruins another opportunity to score. As it looks like Luke Woodard's going to check in the contest for Colton Gardner-Rollins. That's his 2nd foul. Tough to pick that up right before half. We almost had a RU-style kid on the floor.
Yeah, we did. Both of those were mine. Both made their attempt to get to the floor.
Mekhi Martin defending number 11, Farrell in the backcourt. He brings it across the floor, stolen by Luke Woodard. Luke Woodard, outlet pass to Mekhi Martin. 7 seconds to go. Gets it to Hendricks. Shot is up and good. Hendricks with 8 points. 2 seconds to go in the half. Bruins put up a shot, and it's no good. Bruins scoreless in the 2nd period. Bobcats lead 28-7.
Yeah, incredible defense right there. So many players get involved. Luke Woodard pickpockets it, gets it up to Mekhi Martin, who turns it, gets kind of a crazy pass to Jaden Hendricks, who's able to make the adjustment up and in the basket. Wow, 28-7 is your halftime score. Bobcats in the lead. This is an exciting game.
It's an exciting game, and we're going to bring you all the action in the second half coming up. Michael Davis alongside Isaac Nagel on Bobcats Sports Live.
That's right.
Got a sight in my rifle. My mama's new boyfriend rebinds Bibles. Ricky down the road, he resows Red Wings. Hell, I got a guy for every damn thing. Oh, that ain't exactly what I'm looking for. 'Cause I'm looking for someone to put the tires back in the drive. And if they don't, then I just might lose what's left of mine, never loving mine. I'm damn near down to my last down. I'm pretty good at breaking down a heart, but picking up the pieces is the hard part. She's searching for someone who's gonna build it back, but I ain't got a guy for that. Ain't got searching for someone who's gonna build it back. But I ain't got a guy for that. Ain't got a guy for that. Ain't got a guy for that. Ain't got a guy. I ain't got a guy for that. Ain't got a guy for that. Ain't got a guy for that. Ain't got a guy. I ain't got a guy for that.
I keep chasing that same old devil down the same old dead-end highway, riding that storm running through my veins like a shot-down tailspun airplane. Scared of nothing and I'm scared to death. I can't breathe and I catch my breath, but I keep chasing that same old devil down the same old dead-end highway. Ain't no love in Oklahoma, just the whistle of a long black train. You'll know when it's coming for you, riding in on a wind and rain. I got saved in the same red river, trying to drown me. It ain't knocking me down, I'm standing my ground with the whole world falling all around me. I keep running, but I'm standing still. Pray for peace, but I need the thrill. So I keep chasing that same old devil down the same old dead-end highway. Ain't no love in Oklahoma, just a whistle of a long black train. You'll know when it's coming for you, riding in on the wind and rain. Ain't no love in Oklahoma, just a
Oh, I hope you know I will.
A little halftime break, some music. I think I'm going to throw some music up during timeouts and stuff from now on if it works out for us. If the audio messes up, let me know because we definitely don't want that. But we are back. Bobcats leading 28-7, and Isaac Nagel going to come with you with the halftime stats.
Yeah, we're going to look at the Bruins first. We got Pee Wee Dissler with 2 fouls. He's the only Bruin with 2 fouls. Nobody else quite in foul trouble. The only other players I mentioned, Xavier Price has 2 points and Will Farrell has 5, coming off 2 field goals and a free throw. That's it. Everybody else has scored 0 for the Bobcats. Lots of scorers. We've got Colton Garner-Rollins and Blake Farmer both with 2 fouls. Otherwise, nobody else in any sort of trouble. And then we've got Colton Garner-Rollins with 2 points, Sincere Taylor with 3, hitting a big 3 in the first quarter. Blake Farmer has a 3 in both quarters for a total of 6. Mekhi Martin with 2. Luke Woodard with 5. All of those coming in the first quarter. And then Jaden Hendricks with 10. Really making his presence felt. He's not in foul trouble tonight. He does have 1, but not like 2 games ago when he was in foul trouble the whole night. So the Bobcats up 28-7 after a 12-0 second quarter. That defense has gone nuclear.
Well, speaking of defense here, Volunteers are now down 31-28. Started 8 for 11 from the field. 2 for 11 cents.
Ooh, they're going to bounce back. Vanderbilt's at home. They're trying to show out.
Don't make me get started. I will lose my mind. You think I get mad when the Bobcats don't win a basketball game? Oh, buddy.
You talk about a day full of sports. It starts with both of our kids having basketball games.
That's
and
right.
Then we come here for JV and varsity. The Volunteers are playing right now. The Hokies also probably have just wrapped up. We'll get a Hokie update for you. Then we've got the Houston Texans taking on Kansas City at 4:30. And then tonight.
And like 200 basketball games today.
Oh, yes. Basketball is going all over. But then tonight, the granddaddy of them all, the Washington Commanders try and shock the world. You know, my father-in-law?
I think they can. I will say Jaden Daniels, I love him. I love his athleticism. He's so smart. I said all along, I never saw the Caleb Williams hype. I never understood it. I didn't think he was that good enough at USC. And for him to come out, they had a terrible year, and they are kicking themselves in the foot for not picking Jaden Daniels. Yes. I hate to say it.
It is. And so far, maybe you get an offensive coordinator in there, it changes things up. But we'll see. Meanwhile, Bobcats.
Mike McCarthy, right?
Maybe. There's lots of rumors about who it's going to be.
Or is that the head coach, maybe?
Bears asked to interview Tomlin, and Steelers said, don't make us laugh. Meanwhile, Bobcats.
Yeah, he's not going. That's absurd. He's not going anywhere.
I would, yeah.
He'd retire. Well, I don't know about that. Money's money.
I think if you're a Bears fan, you're hoping for an offensive-minded coach to develop Williams.
Absolutely.
We'll see.
I could do it.
Yeah, put Michael Davis in there.
Yeah, I don't know why we call 700 things for plays. Pass. Let's just call one pass. Pass right, pass left.
Yeah, and that's all you need.
Charge
Meanwhile,
has
to be. Sincere Taylor takes the charge. Colton Gardner-Rollins tries to help him up. They both slipped on something. Everybody's kicking the ground, trying to get something out of there.
Let's go, Charlie. Get out there, Charlie, with a towel.
Oh, he's ready. Nope, he throws it to the ref, but he was willing.
Get out there, Charlie.
Referee is going to get that taken care of. Meanwhile, the ball is going to be.
We need towel
with
stick
the Bobcats.
boys. Like in the NBA. That'd be
Fitz
sick.
Fitz could get out there.
That would be awesome. Whoa, the towel's gone.
It's just
Charlie doesn't get his towel back.
he might need that. Ferguson going to inbound it. He gets it to Colton Gardner.
Did he step over the line? Oh, he moved. No,
he did. He
moved.
A step. Yep. Took a step. Can't do that in that inbounding situation, so it's going to be a turnover. Corian Ferguson.
He didn't mean to.
He get it back, ref. There was no intent there.
I wonder if they can hear me saying this stuff. Wait, who?
This ref definitely can.
Who's got the ball?
That's going to be Bruins because Corian took the steps.
Yeah, I kind of, for some reason, were thinking the Bobcats were shooting underneath this basket, though. I know that was crazy, but that's what threw me off. That's on me.
Switch now. It's going to be a foul. It's going to be called on Jaden.
He's like, who, me?
Uh-oh. 0. Pee Wee Disler doesn't like how his knee feels right now.
Ooh, that's not good.
Walking around, seeing what he can do.
You don't want that knee. As a man with bad knees.
Yeah, you don't want that.
And ankles and body. My whole body's just falling apart, actually.
When it comes to fouls, I called that on Jaden Hendricks. It was not. It was on Gardner-Rollins. That's going to be his third, so checking in the game for him is Mekhi Martin. Your Bobcats lineup is Taylor, Sincere Taylor, that is, Hendricks, Woodard, Corian Ferguson, and Mekhi Martin. Meanwhile, Will Farrell is going to take a shot. He's going to miss it. It's going to be a rebound to Corian Ferguson. For the Bruins, you've got Disler, you've got Price, you've got Farrell. Meanwhile, Mekhi Martin drives it down and gets an easy 2. I shouldn't even say easy. That was just a good 2. Bean's in the game, and who am I missing? I'm missing number 25. Matthew Linkus is in the game. So starting lineups for both
Who
teams.
made that shot?
That was Mekhi Martin for 2. Meanwhile, a steal by Jaden Hendricks is going to go up and get fouled. I don't know if that actually was Hendricks with the turnover. It might have been Sincere Taylor, but gets it to Hendricks.
The Bobcats' defense has been really, really good tonight. The Bruins kind of look out of sorts offensively, and we've kind of talked about their struggles here early in the season, 3 for 7 on the year. But, this is, still a 4A school, I believe. Maybe a 3, I'm not sure. But
Max Jones checks in for Blacksburg.
Yeah, and you like a lot of the players that we saw in JV might be able to contribute. Lots of height on JV, but you don't see any of that on varsity. Jaden Hendricks made the first of 2, by the way. He misses his second, but in a scrum, he gets his own rebound. Good hustle on that by Jaden. Gets around to Corian Ferguson.
By the way,
posts it up.
Shout out to Miss Sellers, new AD at Blacksburg.
Wow,
was in Radford City, and is now this was her, I believe her first full year at Blacksburg, did great during the football season, and she's here in the building tonight. So
Look at
shout
that,
out to her.
supporting her Bruins and seeing her old Bobcat friends. Meanwhile, Woodard gets a long three that goes too far. Bruins get the rebound. Number 0, Dissler, looks to get it. He misses. Rebound's going to go to Taylor, who feeds it to Hendricks. Hendricks just athletically able to go all the way down. Picks up where he left off last night. 16 last night, all the way up to 13 tonight. Bruins trying to see if they can get – they've been stuck on 7 for a quarter and a half already.
Are they going to score? They will. They will eventually. But let's just see how long we can keep them from scoring.
Yeah, it's been an impressive defensive effort. Meanwhile, Hendricks is going to take a second on the bench. Demarie Brown's going to come in. Hasn't seen much action tonight, so we're going to see if he can contribute.
Tennessee down 35-28 now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Game's getting
Not
a little
good.
bit too distant for your liking,
Don't get me
Michael.
started. No one wants to hear about that, though.
You might have some Bruins. You might have a mesh of Bruins fans, Bobcat fans. This game right now, not a whole lot of tension. We could use some tension from Tennessee to maybe spark some of that interest. Xavier Price with the ball for Blacksburg. A foul's going to be called. Push in the back. Luke Woodard. Michael doesn't like it. I don't know if I do either.
I don't. I mean, it's such one, it's an unnecessary foul, but two, like, the pass was so bad. I don't even think there was a lot of contact there, and the guy had to jump just to even get close to the ball.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't like it.
Meanwhile, Blacksburg trying to tweak some lineup, see if they can get some offensive juice. Number 4, Caden Bird's going to check.
Another foul, huh?
Who's this one going to be on? Maybe a kickball there?
Oh, yeah, okay. Sorry. The ref was in my way. I just heard the whistle. I apologize.
Yeah, we have some interesting angles here. A lot of refs like to post up right here, and they probably should.
Yeah, I think that's where they're supposed to, but
I don't like
sometimes it blocks. I don't. They're definitely another touch foul at the top. This is how the Bruins are going to score. They hadn't scored in a quarter and a half, and they're going to get to the free throw line. That's the 4th team foul on the Bobcats. 5:23 to go in the third period, and one more foul, and the Bruins are at the free throw line.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Only 2.5 minutes in, just lots of touch fouls. Refs wanting to make this a little bit more interesting. No, I shouldn't accuse him of that. I don't
think so.
But it will make it more interesting. 0, Pee Wee Disley puts up a 3. Can't get it to go. Corian Ferguson, big rebound. He's got Mekhi Martin. Will he feed him? He dishes it to Sincere Taylor. Instead gets it to Woodard. Woodard's going to drive it all the way in.
Oof.
Iffy shot, but misses. Bruins get the rebound, trying to run and gun.
Yeah, just went
back.
in uncontrolled there. Here come the Bruins. Nice up and under, and that's going to be the 5th foul on the Bobcats. So finally we talked about this new rule coming into play. 5 minutes to go in the period, and the Bruins will be at the line the rest of the period. And count the bucket, of course. As some mass subs here for the Bobcats, it looks like. Let's see, Gillum Large checking in, Farmer's checking in, Demarie Brown's coming in, Sincere Taylor and Hendricks, the only 2 left on the floor right there.
Yeah, BN getting that extra bucket to make it 10, so 33-10. Gillum Lard not checking in. Garland Lard checking in.
Oh,
Gillum
sorry.
would be ineligible to check in.
I wrote Gillum on my sheet.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I apologize.
Giles Lard is actually sitting behind me. He started talking about making cookies at half. Blake Farmer is going to have some of those cookies at Campaigners on Sunday night. But Garland Lard, wow, extra hustle play. Saves it from out of bounds. Jaden Hendricks for 3.
And that comes from the hustle play of Lard. Whichever Lard it is, put them all out there. I don't care. As he gets the 3. That's a big-time 3 there for the Bobcats.
Yeah, really fun play there. Blake Farmer shot it, went way out of bounds on the back end of the shot. VN, by the way, shoots a 3 and misses it. It's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be Bobcat ball. Anyway, as he misses it, Garland Lard sees it's going to go out of bounds. A Tennessee volunteer fan,
That's
Garland
right.
Lard, by the way, grabs the ball, throws it behind
Season
his
ticket
back.
holder, goes to every game.
That's right.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know who it was. Maybe Taylor at the top of the key, though, had gotten it over, and the big 3 ball there. That was fun. That was a fun play.
He's probably upset. I won't tell him the score at half of the Tennessee game.
Yeah, Garland Lard gets it right now. Looking to score. Can't get it there. Hendricks with 16 already. Drives it down. Tries to lay it in.
Ooh,
Maybe
foul.
a foul, but didn't get called. Hendricks battling to get it inbounds. He does save it inbounds. Bounces once, though, and then goes back out of bounds. Bruins ball. I mean, this is wild. So far this quarter, Jaden Hendricks with 6 and Mekhi Martin with 2. Bean for Blacksburg with 3. Blacksburg trying to get their offense going after Bean gets him going a little bit. It's number 20 taking it in. Maddox Jones can't quite get it there. It's a scrum down there, but kicked out for 3 off the top of the backboard. Again, that's inbounds.
Yep.
Bobcats get the rebound. Hendricks is going to take it down.
I don't know. It's interesting when you talk about something every once in a while. It seems that you see it more often, almost like when you buy a new car, all of a sudden you see that same car everywhere.
Yeah.
And once we talk about a rule, I feel like we see it a lot.
Yeah, we have seen that. Jaden Hendricks down, can't get it to go, but you're right. I think it's the 3rd time this game, at least between JV and varsity. Hendricks misses it. Blacksburg's going to get the ball back. Bien's going to see if he can add to his total. He's got 3 so far. All the Bruins points this quarter. 10 only for the game. They're going to dump it inside, trying to work it back around. Xavier Price, an athletic guy. He gets it to go.
Bobcats with a smaller lineup in right now. The Bruins can definitely take advantage. I'm not even keeping their score right now. I apologize. 36-12.
36-12. Good defense. Xavier Price is almost going to get the steal instead. He carries it out of bounds with that momentum.
Woodard and Ferguson checking in for the Bobcats. 41-35 at the end of your half for the Commodores over the Tennessee Volunteers, the former #1 team in the country just 2 weeks ago.
And what are they now?
6.
6. Good. You don't want to peak too early.
Yeah, I don't want to peak too early.
Meanwhile,
Went 14-0 and then lost by 30 to Florida.
Ooh. At Florida, to be fair.
Yeah, we got them coming up at home though. I'll be at that game, by the way.
I'm interested to hear your takeaway from the end of that. Blake Farmer, by the way, misses a 3, but Mackay gets the rebound.
Yes.
Into Demarie Brown. Assist from Mackay Martin, and Demarie Brown gets his first basket of the night. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different Bobcats have scored.
Love to see it. I
It's
believe.
impressive. Big 3-pointer for the Bruins, but can't quite get it. Corian Ferguson gets it. Lots of. Would you not call that a kickball if it goes off 2 feet? And does it have to be an intentional kick?
Yeah, I think if the ball is just like loose or whatever and it's accidentally kicked, I don't think it's considered a kickball. But like if someone's making a pass and you put your foot up there, it's a kickball.
Okay, that makes sense because that ball clearly off of Luke Woodard's feet, out of bounds.
And, you know, only 8 players have played for the Bobcats and 7 have scored. 9 technically, but Ashton Taylor doesn't count.
Yeah, that's right. Taylor's still sitting on the bench. Maybe got in for 2 30-second or so stretches, but with a game out of hand like this, you don't need to risk it with him. Xavier Price.
Right, yeah.
Guarded by Mackay Martin. Maddox Jones is going to take it around the top, is going to drive in. Good-looking drive. Can't get it to go, but going to get fouled.
Yeah, Farmer, they kind of collided knees right there. Both of them kind of gimping around a little bit.
Blake Farmer with his 3rd will probably head to the bench.
I feel like Blake Farmer gets in foul trouble like every night.
He
But
does.
doesn't really, I mean, just, hey, you get 5, but, you know, move those feet, man.
Yeah, last night I don't have – only one last night, but I don't know if I was correct last night.
Well, it's because I wasn't here.
That's right.
If I was here, he would have probably fouled out. No, I'm just
He
kidding.
sees
I'm
you
just
here,
kidding.
and he's like, I got to get some fouls.
I got to get some fouls. I'm just kidding.
Maddox Jones, meanwhile, gets on the board with his first free throw. He's now the 4th different Bruin to score. Let's see if he can make it 2. And he does. Interesting shooting. I felt like it was a little bit of a hesitant shot, but drains it.
I would like to see my best friend Will Farrell coming back on the floor. I thought at some point we could be brothers, step brothers maybe.
Well, Farrell had 5 early points, was looking good, and then has been sitting on the bench for a while now. Meanwhile, the Bobcats have the ball. Mackay Martin looking to drive it in. Dumps it off to Brown. Brown gets it around to Woodard. No, Xavier Price is going to steal it. Good play by Price. Maddox Jones driving it down over to number 4. That's Caden Bird. Bird gets it out to Johnny Joyce. Joyce
Travel.
Up. And a foul on Corian Ferguson.
In other news, Georgia's leading Auburn right now. Oh, now the game's over. Never mind. Auburn
What's the
won.
final on that?
Auburn won. I don't know. They're showing highlights of Auburn scoring, so I'm going with they won. 70-65, something like that.
Wow, Johnny Joyce nails the first. Johnny Joyce and I had a moment earlier tonight, so I'm kind of rooting for him to get on the board. He does with the first of a.
Oh, no, maybe
I almost
not.
called it a
Hold on.
1-1.
Hold on. Georgia steals the ball. 3 seconds left. Put up a 3, and they missed it. Oh, my gosh. They would have tied it up, and they lost.
What could have
Auburn
been?
saved it. That would have been nice.
Johnny Joyce, the 2nd of 2, and nails it. It's going to make the score 38-16. Bobcats comfortably in the lead.
Auburn was a 5-point favorite, too. They covered.
Well,
Or, no, Georgia covered, sorry.
well done to the Bulldogs. Meanwhile here, Jaden Hendricks is going to check in for Demarie Brown. The Bruins are now in a full court press. This time they get Corian Ferguson to pick up his second foot, called for a travel. BN's going to get the ball. Trying to get some offense going. They do have 9 points this quarter.
Wow. So good.
Better than their first 2 quarters combined.
Yeah, that's true. And they've all come really in the last 3 minutes, I feel like.
Yeah, in fact, it's been 10-9. Bobcats with the lead in the third. That's it, though. And now BN hits a shot to make it 11-10 for the third. Still comfortable lead for the Bobcats. Mekhi Martin's going to take it in. Nice little move from Martin, and he's going to lay it up.
That was pretty.
Yeah, it was. Martin now has 6 for the night, if I'm not mistaken.
BN bringing it down for the Bruins. Price with it. Over to 20, Jones. Stolen away by Sincere Taylor, but a foul's going to be called.
Crowd doesn't like it. I don't like it either. And
Sincere definitely didn't like it.
He would have gotten to do whatever he wanted at the rim.
You think he would have went for a dunk there?
You know, up 21, if he can get a dunk, I think he would have rocked one home. He had nobody within 5 steps of him.
Oh, yeah. God, the place would have went nuts.
Maddox Jones, meanwhile, hits the first of 1-1. And we talked about this comparable crowd to what it was last night.
I'm glad to see the students out tonight or
Yeah.
today. Midday game.
Yeah, we'll take
A
that.
lot of swimmers. I bet they just came back from practice.
They practice all the time.
Or did they
Heather
have
Rowland
a meet today? Oh, yeah.
has them ready to go at all times. Maddox Jones, by the way, makes the second.
I talked to her the other day. I feel like she said we just swam 5,000 meters on purpose. Like, just went out and practice was we're going to swim 5,000 meters.
My goodness.
Which is a lot, by the way.
Heather Rowland, one of the most underappreciated coaches maybe in the region. She gets that team ready for anything. Mekhi Martin is going to get called for a travel right as the clock's about to run out. 1.5 seconds.
In high school, a 500-meter swim time, I believe, is like, I could be wrong here, but I think it's like 6 or 7 minutes or something, maybe 8. So imagine 5,000.
Golly.
Yeah.
Oh, BN with a shot from half court in the half. Almost hits it. Does not. That's going to make it a 40-21 Bobcats lead. 14 points in that quarter there for the Bruins, so they got to feel excited to see some buckets go in. Only 12 points for the Bobcats.
And we'll be right back with the start of your fourth. We're going to listen to the new Taylor Swift album.
Oh, why not?
Bella Dunlap and Kaylee Joyce.
Rumors going all over town. Can't keep my name out the mouth these days. Yeah, they say. I live.
My baby born a Birkin. She's been telling me all night long. Gasoline and groceries. The list goes on and on. It's 9 to 5, ain't working. Why the hell do I work so hard? I can't worry about my problems. I can't take them when I'm gone. 1, here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Tell them bring another round, we need plenty more. 2 stepping on the table, she don't need a dance floor. Oh my, good Lord. Someone pour me up a double shot of whiskey. They know me and Jay Daniels got a history.
And we're back here. I forgot to take away the screen, so you probably saw me dancing right there. I apologize. My dance moves are not the best. I forgot to change it, so whoops.
Meanwhile, Sincere Taylor's getting started.
Sincere Taylor liked my dancing, so he said, I'll put a 3 in for you. That's 9 points for him. He's had a right, or is that 12?
I've only got him at, so I've been putting him here. I've been scoring a little bit weird. I think that's just 6 for him. Meanwhile, 20 is going to get called for the foul.
I had
Nobody
9.
likes it.
I'm probably wrong. I think I gave him that 3 earlier that was saved after the Lard pass. Who made that 3?
That was Jaden Hendricks.
Okay, so there you go. Oh, my gosh, Jaden Hendricks.
Yeah, he's got 16. That was on the far side. It was harder to see. Meanwhile, Maddox Jones is going to get some shots. He made 4 free throws in the third quarter. Looking to get a couple more here.
I don't think the Bobcats fans were thrilled with that foul call.
No, nobody was. It's the first time players on the court have shown frustration tonight, too. Corion's got 3 fouls now. That might be why.
Yeah. They're still talking about it. But either way, Bruins have another chance to score here. Missed shot, rebounded by Corian Ferguson. Going to go up the floor. Sincere Taylor with it. Hendricks wanted it. Woodard gets it from 3. No good. Rebounded by Hendricks. Or excuse me, Colton Gardner-Rollins, that is. Sincere Taylor at the top of the key, guarded by Bien. Woodard in the corner, fakes a 3, dribble drives, step back 3, no good, left it short. Rebounded by Colton Gardner-Rollins. 2 rebounds offensively for him as the Bobcats get up another 3, tipped around to Hendricks. Bobcats with 3 opportunities. As it looks like number 4, Caden Beard, poked in the eye right there. As I believe he's going to check out of the contest. And Will Farrell coming in from the North Pole to come in this contest.
From the North Pole. Yeah, Bird got poked in the eye. I was looking at the end of that play like, why is he out on the side? But probably does not feel good. Bien, by the way, point guard for the Bruins, is going to take it down. Jaden Hendricks, by the way, with 18 already tonight. Big 3 from Johnny Joyce, misses, though. Corian Ferguson with a rebound. Lots of rebounds for Ferguson here. Colton Gardner-Rollins going to drive it in. Woodard wants the 3, drives in instead. Nice little floater, can't get it to go. Woodard is not happy with himself. He's missed 2 threes. I mean, his team's up comfortably, but he'd like to get more on the board. We talked about his offensive struggles. He got 5 in the first quarter and then has been quiet ever since. Bobcats still with most of their starting lineup out right now. In fact, all of their starting lineup out right now. With a 24-point lead in the fourth quarter.
No. Bobcats?
Yep.
Nope. Sincere
Taylor.
Taylor's in the game. Yep. Oh, their starting lineup is out there.
Is out there.
I got
correct.
you.
Sorry.
I apologize.
And I phrased that weird. Wow,
Oh.
Johnny Joyce for 3.
Johnny Joyce.
We talked about him. Fan of his ever since our interaction. Meanwhile, Luke
Woodard's
Woodard's gonna
struggling
turn it over.
right now. Turn the ball over.
Yeah, he's getting mad at himself. He doesn't need to.
Sometimes Coach Fisher in a game like this, you just sit a man down and be like, hey, dude, you're not getting it done right now.
Yeah, it's no need. And in fact, Makai Martin's going to come in for Woodard.
Whoa. Predicted the future there.
Yeah.
And he wasn't at the scores table or anything when I said it.
You're right. And Woodard has not played a bad game. Don't get us
No,
wrong. Just
no,
a couple
no,
of
no.
last-minute things that says, hey, take a seat. Don't beat yourself up. Take a second. Makai Martin, come. See what you can do. Bien comes in for Blacksburg. Throws it to the corner. That is Will Farrell for 3.
Yikes. Bruins
Back-to-back
making a last-minute
threes.
run here. 45-27. They get things within 10 in the next 2 minutes. You never know what's going to happen in this contest. Ferguson, I know it's going to happen in this thing. Don't worry. But if you're the Bobcats, you're definitely on the edge of your seat. Makai Martin attacking, puts it up and good. Makai Martin, we need a bucket. I'll take it and get it one myself.
Yeah, if you're a Bruin, you're frustrated seeing this offensive, I don't want to call it an explosion, but especially after being dormant for so long for the Bruins, that they're now getting on the board.
Too little too late almost.
Yeah. I mean, since about the mid-third quarter, it's been a tie game. Johnny Joyce is going to get it back up, almost gets it in, does not. Corian Ferguson with yet another rebound. He's got to have 7 or 8.
It's almost if we needed like a guy keeping stats to tell us.
I know, I'm only doing points and fouls.
Cheerleader almost got hit in the face.
Good reflexes.
Yeah, that would have hit me for sure. I got those old man reflexes. Price checking in for Blacksburg as well as number 0, Pee Wee.
Disler coming in. That's going to be Maddox on the bench and number 10, who is at Kemar Tucker, going to sit on the bench.
Makai Martin gets it in the corner. Tries to get it over to Sincere Taylor. Ends up in Coach Fisher's hands.
Yeah, that's an ineligible player. Coach Fisher not able to take the shot.
You know, sometimes you see this. That was an accident, but I've seen like where coaches are so close to the floor and a lot of them are wearing the same colors usually. I've seen like guys throw it to them, especially in the college game. Good defense.
Oh,
man, I thought that was good defense there by Hendricks at the rim, but it looks like they're going to be a foul as Tamari Brown's going to come to the table.
Maybe coming in for Hendricks. He's only got 2. We're going to see who it's going to be for. Bien at the line for Blacksburg. Bien so far tonight has 5. All of those coming in the third. He makes it 6. His first basket in the fourth. Brown checks in indeed for Hendricks. Hendricks with 18 on the day. Maybe sitting for good, maybe not. Meanwhile, Kansas City drives it down and gets a field goal. 32 yards in a minute and 2 seconds.
Boo.
Misses the second.
32 yards?
Yeah, so they
They
must
get
have
interception
had a
or
big
anything?
play. Let's see what happened.
Or, yeah. had to get an interception or turnover on downs on fourth down maybe. 32 yards is not a lot.
Yeah, it was a fumble on
there you
the
go.
opening
Turnover. Ooh,
kickoff.
gross.
Let's see. I don't know what this is.
Hey, to hold the Chiefs at 3 points there, it's pretty good. Mekhi Martin with it, dribbling with his left hand, being guarded by Pee Wee here. They get it to Colton Garner-Rollins in the post. He comes out. Sincere Taylor with it, 47-28. Jump shot. Good.
Down.
Demarie Brown, nice mid-range jumper there. Gets to the high post, turns around, the shot's good.
Johnny Joyce going to take a 3 on the other
Bang.
end and nails it. Joyce, my favorite Blacksburg player, gets 6 points now.
Now, why is he your favorite? Just you picked one?
You know, we just had that moment.
Oh,
He
that's
looked at me
right,
with
that's right.
the shoot thing, I don't know what it was, and he smiled, and I smiled. It was like, we're having fun.
Will Ferrell's my favorite.
Well,
Makes really
Farrell
good
just
movies.
gets a turnover to Joyce. Look at this. Johnny
Coach-
Joyce with 8 points in the fourth quarter.
And Coach Fisher not happy. Going to take a 30-second timeout.
Yeah, it's a 16-point game still, but just say Bobcats, calm it down.
Yeah.
That is 12 points so far
Just
in
not
this
happy.
quarter already when this was a team that we held to 0 for the entire second. Meanwhile, I was incorrect about that opening kickoff. Somebody returned it 63 yards, then fumbled it, and then it got recovered still by Kansas City. So they had a long return, fumbled it, got it recovered.
Okay, that makes more
But then
sense.
had an unsportsmanlike conduct for 13 yards.
On
and
the
so,
Texans?
Yes.
Shocker.
And so 4 plays.
Unsportsmanlike, a shocker.
That's right.
I mean, they're giving it to him.
But they got 4 plays,
It's rigged.
-1 yards, and then they got the field goal. So we're going to see what
But they got in field goal range because of the penalty.
Yes, that's
shocker.
correct.
Okay, just wanted to make sure we're on the same page.
Meanwhile, full court press broken pretty quickly by the Bobcats. Bobcats now are going to have it coming out of that timeout.
You don't
Feeds
need
it
to
into
rush a shot
Demarie
either.
Brown.
Just kind of.
And it's going to be stolen by Pee Wee. Pee Wee passes it to Will
Bruins
Ferrell.
all of a sudden with life. I mean, if they could get this thing within 10 in the next minute or so, as the Bobcats do get a steal. Just an unnecessary foul there by Pee Wee.
Yeah, absolutely. Mekhi Martin did good to tip it away, got it tipped to Sincere Taylor, and then Pee Wee Disler gets his 3rd foul. Doesn't like the call. It was, in passing, but he did wrap his arm fully around
Sure.
Sincere Taylor. Mekhi Martin playing great defense on that last play. Luke Woodard going to inbound it. Gets it to Sincere Taylor all the way down there, but 2 Bruins catch up to him pretty quickly. Disler tries to get it off the leg of Sincere Taylor, does, and then gets it up to Xavier Price.
Sincere Taylor playing 5-on-1 right now.
Yeah, that was. No other Bobcats came down. Disler tries to get it over Woodard, does not. Hendricks with the rebound. Again, all 5 starters. No, Mekhi Martin is in for somebody for the Bobcats. Sincere Taylor going to take a deep 3 off the front of the rim. No good. Colton Garner-Rollins can't get it over Disler. Disler's going to get the rebound. A tip that's going to get called for a foul on maybe Jaden Hendricks. Nope, on Garner-Rollins. 4th for Garner-Rollins. Imagine he's going to sit. Yes, Blake Farmer's going to check in for him.
Blake Farmer in for your Bobcats.
In for the Bobcats. 16-point lead for the Bobcats, 49-33, 2:57 left in the 3rd. Fouls haven't been a problem so far. 3 for the Bobcats, 2:54 left. Might get in the bonus at some point. Will Ferrell's got the ball, is going to drive in, and another foul called, so never mind. This foul's going to be on
Yeah,
who?
4-1 here. Officials keeping the Bruins in this game. The Bruins been getting to the line here a lot here in this second half. 49-33. If they can get this to 10 with 2 minutes to go, people will keep calling me.
They want you to know something. Uh-oh.
I'm busy. I've had 3 people call me during this broadcast, and not people who would normally call me.
Are these people who might be listening to the broadcast trying to tell us
No,
something?
I don't
Okay,
think so.
good.
No.
Well, then don't answer them. If they're not listening to this broadcast, we're
Nah,
not
don't
listening
worry.
to them. To you, our loyal listeners, you're who we want to hear from.
Right. If you want to call me,
Doug
I
Knipe, if
forgot to
you're
make
out
the
there,
post for
I'll
the
listen
half.
to you all day. But these jabronis trying to call Michael, you're going to have to wait. We're calling a Bobcat, hopefully a victory again. 2:48 left, and with the offense that the Bruins have shown in these last few minutes, you never know.
yeah, you never know. I mean, Bobcats have been playing pretty sloppy here in the last 8 minutes of game time, so you never know if they can get a couple threes here off the inbound as they're going to. I kind of gave up on this game, but you never know. They're attacking the paint. Shot is up through the contact, and they get it to go. So They're down 14 now, still 2:40 to go. Bobcats have to settle down as a 5-second call. And the Bruins get another possession underneath the basket. 4 timeouts left for the Bobcats.
Yeah, that was a quick 5 seconds in my opinion.
Super fast.
But they get it anyway, down 14. So this is a game, 2:37 left. Makai Martin playing defense.
Bobcats have to sit down and play defense.
Yeah,
3
they
ball
do.
up, no good. Rebound goes long to Pee Wee. Pee Wee attacking, shot is up, and it's good. So Bobcats now only up 11. Bobcats cannot allow them to get this 10-point barrier here. As a kickball going to be off the Bruins. 44-40 Tennessee game, by the way.
Again, this life from the Bruins, they have had a great midway through the third and fourth quarter.
Yeah,
they could have had this the whole game.
It's been an interesting Jekyll and Hyde. It should have been out. No, yeah, it hit the referee.
It did go off his
Yeah,
foot.
but the Bruins are the ones that hit it out.
The Bruins hit it off of the ref. Would
So
have
wouldn't
gone
it be
out of bounds,
so
though.
It should be Bobcat basketball. Shouldn't it be Bobcat basketball if the Bruins hit it off the official who was out of play?
Michael Davis trying to get clarification from a ref not giving him any.
Shouldn't it?
And it is going to be Bruin basketball. Either way, 12-point lead.
I'm not an expert, but I believe if the Bruins hit it out and it hits an official who's standing out of bounds, it's out of bounds. I could be wrong, but I believe that's right.
Now, what if the ref was inbounds? Because I do think with that scorer's table, he couldn't have been much out of bounds. Meanwhile, the Bobcats do get a turnover, and a foul's going to be called on D.
Well, if he's inbounds, I think if he's inbounds, he's part of the court. He shouldn't have blown the whistle.
Yeah, because it bounced off him and it got back in, which could have been a Bruins fast break. Just a weird play.
Yeah, if he's inbounds, the play should not be stopped. If he's out of bounds, it's out of bounds on the Bruins.
Blake Farmer with a selfless play, breaking the inbound. He gets it into Makai Martin. Again, credit to Blake Farmer, could have had that and instead gives it off to Makai Martin. Makai with a great game tonight.
I would love some
10
clarification
points.
from some Bobcat faithfuls out there. You know who I'm talking about. I know you listen to this game, but
the bird's eye view.
Yeah.
See him with his phone out, so this might be one where he's letting you know right now.
I bet he is.
As a reminder, a 14-point Bobcat
Again,
lead.
I could be wrong
left.
with the way that play laid out, but I would love your input.
The first of 2 for Dissler. Dissler does get a bucket. Dissler, a solid offensive player, only just scored his first basket a few minutes ago and then gets that foul to go to get up to 3, but I'm imagining in other games he's probably more like a 10 or 12-point player, only 3 tonight, so good job on the Bobcats on defense on Dissler. Dissler up with the second, does not get it. Jaden Hendricks with the rebound, looking to get it past. Good defense by Xavier Brown. Has to pick it up. Luke Woodard gets it out to Taylor, breaks the press. Now across half court, Corian Ferguson deep in the corner for the Bobcats. Picks up a dribble, Taylor gets it. Foul's going to be called on
I think
Will
that was
Ferrell.
an intentional foul, too.
It might have been. Will Ferrell, that's his
got something to
third
give.
tonight. Meanwhile, the Texans drive all the way down and get a field goal. So 3-3
Nice.
midway through the first in that game. Bobcat basketball up 13, a minute 30 left. Woodard dumps it into Hendricks. Hendricks back to Makai Martin, not needing to take a shot anytime
Bobcats
soon.
going to kill some clock here, as they should. But the Bruins get a steal. They have potential. Big-time block here. That's probably a smart block. Foul's going to be called on Hendricks. You don't want to give the Bruins a free basket. And that was a lot of contact, too. Sent Pee Wee to the floor. He's coming up with a limp hip, and this timeout's actually going to be effective here for the Bruins.
Yeah, I think you're right. Jaden Hendricks had to go hard on that foul to stop him from the easy two, but then when he went to the floor, Jaden Hendricks helped him back up. You know that's one of my favorite things, so good job, Jaden, getting him back up. Hendricks with 18 tonight. Makai Martin with 10. A couple Bobcats in double digits. Colton Garner-Rollins pretty quiet tonight, only 2 points after that 9-point barrage last night. Ashton Taylor sitting the bench most of the game, maybe got in for a minute or two of game action. Will not see the court for the rest of the game, barring a forced overtime miracle. But with a minute 18 left and a 13-point lead, if you're a Bobcat fan, you feel pretty safe right now.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, you had a dominant lead there in the half and into the third quarter, and then the Bruins have slowly crawled back into this thing. They couldn't reach that 10-point barrier. We're down 11. The Bobcats scored. So, again, 51-38. You would expect this game to be pretty much over. The ref is part of a court, so I'm guessing an inadvertent whistle. Yeah, that was a comment, and I would have to agree with you. The way he made it seem like as he was correct, like I blew the whistle because it hit me, but that's wrong. So I would agree with you. Inadvertent whistle is probably what went there, but it's frustrating because, again, if he's out of play, it would be Bobcat ball. If he's in play, it's just live. So it probably was just an inadvertent whistle. But if you're the Bruins, you're kind of frustrated about it.
Yeah, and luckily for us, as Dissler misses the first of two, luckily for us, it's not too tight of a game that we're really too upset about it. If it was a 3-point game, all of a sudden we're going to be losing our minds. Dissler up and good for the second of two.
Oh, sure, yeah. I mean, still 11-point ball game, 1:18 to go. 12-point ball game, I believe. Bobcats inbound, get it up to Sincere Taylor, takes it up and goes. So Sincere Taylor puts that lead to 14.
Yeah, Taylor only with 5 today, all coming in the fourth quarter, pretty quiet. Meanwhile, man, a foul is going to be called on number 20, Corian Ferguson. That is kind of silly.
He took it from him in the air. I don't understand.
Yeah, I'm going to throw this out. It has been an excellently coached or a refereed game right until the end. A couple questionable calls at the end, but again, nothing that's going to affect the game too much as Will Ferrell misses his first.
But you know the Bobcats, they want every call.
Yeah, Ferrell does make the second for his 11th point of the night. Will Ferrell had a good first and a good fourth quarter. Bobcats do break the press. Mekhi Martin's going to get it across half court. 57 seconds left, but dribbles out of bounds. It's going to go to the Bruins. 56 seconds, down 13. A lot of fight left in these Bruins.
Oh, yeah.
You like seeing them do it.
That's what you want to see if you're the Bruins.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
Ooh, if that thing went in.
Could have been something, is not. Jaden Hendricks is going to get it out to Ferguson. Ferguson's going to get it up to Martin. Martin with an easy lay-in. It looks like, almost dunked it. Couldn't quite get it.
Coach Fisher not happy with that. Just take the points. The Bruins make a 3 here.
And they take one, and it's not going to roll in. Almost
tipped out of bounds. I think it's off the Bobcats.
Yeah, 31 seconds, 13-point lead. You're going to call that the game, but
Coach Fisher won
any drama at the end.
Yeah. I mean, you're up 13. You'd think it's a 2-point contest the way this thing's been going here. But again, we got to remember, folks, 31 seconds. Bobcats up 13.
53-40. 5 fouls for the Bobcats, so if they do foul here it'll be the double bonus. Dissler's going to get it. He's going to drive it in and take it all the way himself. Good little move there. Blacksburg is going to take a timeout after that. So Dissler with 6 points all in the fourth quarter. If he could have gotten going earlier, this might be a closer game. Instead, it's 11 points.
It's kind of interesting. I feel like the Bobcats have not played their best quarter and a half here, and it's kind of showing. This could have been one of those. This is a game you kind of like having if you come away with a victory, which the Bobcats are probably going to. I mean, it'd be pretty much impossible. But it's a game you can look back on film and say, hey, we won this thing, but I don't know that we should have necessarily. They dominated in the first half, and the Bruins have fought back basically, in my opinion, off the play from the Bobcats here. They were leading 40-21 at the end of the third, the end of the third, right?
At the end of the third, it was a 16-point game. Nope, 19-point game.
40-21, right?
Yep.
So, and now it's 53-42. So the Bruins have scored 21 points here in the third. The Bobcats have scored 13.
Wow. He had to score 21 in the first 3 quarters combined, and then to get 21 all in the fourth. It has been a shift, and I will say, I feel like the Bobcats have played just about the same effort on defense. Maybe there's just something different with the Bruins that they have started to see shots go in. They've gotten a little bit more confident. I can't really say that the Bobcats have fallen apart, but you're right. It's one of those games where you would have liked to coast to a win instead. Maybe a little bit frustration more than anything at the end of it, especially Blacksburg is 3-11 this year. You would have liked to have a comfortable win, but you'll take a victory nonetheless. Meanwhile, the Bobcats fail to inbound it cleanly.
Gosh.
Luke Woodard is going to get it hit out of his hands out of bounds. He thinks it should be off the Bruins or maybe a foul instead. Down 11, Bruins are going to get it 22 seconds. I do not want to be calling this game if it's one of the biggest miracles. Who's going to be, who's the player? Reggie Miller. Who's going to be Reggie Miller trying to get 11 points?
Oh, my gosh. It was like
22 seconds.
22 seconds, right?
It was. Something like that. Meanwhile, Gardner Rollins is going to disrupt the inbound. but it's going to go out of bounds on him again.
I don't
so
think I see
21
any
seconds
Reggie
again.
Millers out here, but that'd be crazy.
I think you're right.
You got to put up a 3. I mean, I guess you don't have to, but you have to. You know what I'm saying?
You do have to.
Bobcats
It's going to be
get
a
a steal.
turnover. Xavier Price
That's going
wants
to be
the
the end
foul.
of the
Didn't
game.
get it.
I don't think they should.
No need. They're going to foul. And it's on the floor, so it's going to be another one. 12 seconds left. Let's see if Coach calls off the Dogs or no.
I would. You're 12 seconds, you got to essentially score a point a second.
Yeah, that'd be impressive.
I think it's
something
impossible.
else.
I think it's impossible. I'd send one back.
I do like that they're fighting to the end. Yeah, send it all the way back. Meanwhile, Mekhi Martin going to try to get it to Taylor Bien is going to steal it. Johnny Joyce
That's
for
a
3
2.
is going to nail it.
They said
but
it was a
it's gonna
3.
be-
His foot was on the line.
Wow. Johnny Joyce with 11
Coach
in the
Fisher not
fourth.
happy.
Bobcats.
I'm almost stunned. I mean, this
Yeah, it's 8 points.
8-point game.
No
right?
chance.
I mean, there's no chance.
No chance at all. But still,
It's
I mean, if you're the
very
Bobcats,
impressive
just
if
throw
you're
it
the
all the
Bruins.
way down the court.
Yeah. I don't know.
Just chuck it.
I just chucked my pen.
You did chuck your pen, and maybe you should have. A little frustration from
I mean,
the announcers as well.
Yeah, I mean, no offense. This game should have been over a quarter ago, and the Bruins are now in this contest, and you were leading 20 points at the end of the third, and you've scored 13. The Bruins have now scored, 24 points here in the fourth?
Yep. 24-13.
I
Players showing a
shouldn't be
little bit of
negative,
frustration.
Isaac. I shouldn't be negative.
Well, the players are shaking their heads a little bit. It is hard to have a victory that has been so secure, never in doubt the entire game, and yet your players are going to walk away shaking their heads. You want this to just be a Saturday where you can rebound.
Doesn't look like my Volunteers are going to win either.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Bobcats threw it out of bounds. Was it tipped?
Nope. Just straight out of bounds. 6.6 seconds left.
Well, Tom came off the clock. It wasn't tipped.
I don't think anybody touched.
Okay.
Oh, no, you were right. No. It is black ball.
Well,
Jaden Hendricks thinks it was tipped.
I thought somebody tipped it. I thought it was tipped.
They did put time back on the
The
clock.
timekeeper thought it was tipped as well. I thought it was tipped.
She is nodding her head. She is saying, yes, it was. He says, no, it was not.
I thought it was.
7.5 seconds on the clock again.
I mean,
an
we
8-point
can't
lead.
argue with the clock. Can't argue with the. He stepped out of bounds there.
That's right. Bien tries for a 3. Missed it anyway, but his back foot was on the line. So it's going to be Bobcat ball. 6 seconds left, up 8.
These guys are struggling.
It is
here.
insane how much pressure is being put on for an 8-point lead. 6 seconds left. It is impossible for the other team to win it. They're going to foul him with 4.8 seconds left still. They're going to want to extend this game. Maybe you want to get your players, some experience with end-of-game playing, but
Sure.
4.8, 8-point lead.
Yeah,
Ferguson
especially
going
like
to
you
the
said,
line.
3 and 7 on the year. You kind of want to teach them to fight no matter what. So
that's true.
I'm not going to disagree necessarily with it, but
Jim is dead silent right now as Corian is up with the first and good.
yeah, this has been a weird basketball game.
It has been. Corian Ferguson will like that he got fouled. He had 0 on the night after 0
really?
last
Oh,
night, but he
man.
gets his first one. Played a great game.
He's
got
played
some
great so
rebounds.
far, I thought. That's kind of surprising.
But excited to get on the board there and is going to hit his second as well. Corian, welcome to the stat sheet in the scorer's column. Meanwhile, Blacksburg just going to chuck it down. Dissler's going to get it off of him and then off of Sincere. Taylor, nope. Sincere didn't touch it. 3.6 seconds still. This has been the longest last 8 seconds of a 10-point game.
Do they realize it's still a 10-point game?
They are going to
3
press.
seconds.
Full court press here. Jane Hendricks going to get it just to hold it. That's going to end the game. Well done. Why do all the Bobcats have basketballs? They do in their hand. Who knows? But 55-45 is the final margin of victory. Well done.
Maybe they're going to have practice after that.
Yeah,
No, I'm
maybe
just
so.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
After a game last night and a game today, he's going to say, hey, we're running some for that. So well done for the Bruins to show some fight in the fourth. I can appreciate that.
Isaac's going to tally up all the stats here real quick, and I'm going to go over while he's doing that the calendar for the coming up week. Monday, rescheduled. So nothing on Monday. The girls' game was rescheduled. Tuesday, we got swimming and diving meet at Christiansburg Aquatic Center. And then the boys play at Floyd County. That'll be an interesting game. I might be in attendance for that to post some scores. I haven't decided yet, so if you want us to go, comment on Facebook and let us know. Wednesday, girls play at Radford High School against Carroll County. And then Thursday, a lot of action. Indoor track at Roanoke College. Girls play at Radford, so 2 games in a row at Radford for your girls. Then the boys travel to Carroll County. They're going to play Galax, by the way, on Thursday at home. And then Friday, swimming and dive go all the way to Virginia High for a big meet. And the boys go all the way to Marion on Friday. So a couple home games this week for your girls, and the boys play the big game at Floyd County on Tuesday. Isaac, give us those final stats.
Yeah, I'm missing a few points here, so this is going to be off a little bit. I'm missing 1 for Blacksburg, but here's what I got. I got Pee Wee Disler with 6. All of those coming in the 4th. I got 4 for Xavier Price, 6 for Josh Bean, 11 for Will Farrell. He's the leading scorer for Blacksburg. 4 for Maddox Jones. Never mind, 13 for Johnny Joyce after he got 9 in the 4th quarter. Johnny, I'm so sorry. My friend. We made a connection. Johnny Joyce with 13 the lead for the Bruins. Meanwhile, for the Bobcats, Colton Garner-Rollins for 2. Sincere Taylor for 7. Blake Farmer for 6. He had a big 3 in the first and a big 3 in the second. Mekhi Martin getting buckets everywhere for 10 points. He had a couple spread out all over the game. Luke Woodard with 5. All of those in the first. Michael Davis wanted 12 at least. Luke got a little bit quiet after the first, but Jaden Hendricks was loud throughout with 18 to lead all scorers. 2 for Damari Brown. 2 for Corian Ferguson, both those free throws at the end. Again, 3 points that I missed for the Bobcats, so somewhere in there sprinkled out are 3 points. Nobody could have caught Jaden Hendricks, though. He'll be the game's leading scorer.
And that's going to be your broadcast tonight. Bobcats, again, do come away with a victory. It was an interesting victory, 55-45. Again, next time your Bobcats will play will be Tuesday at Floyd County. So stay tuned for that. We may be on the road. We may not be on the call. Maybe I can post up in the stands and call it. We'll see. But again, thanks, Bobcats 55-45. Michael Davis, Isaac Nagel. God bless. Good night, and remember, it's always a great day to be a Bobcat.
There you go.